Hi everyone! For today's makeup, I'm combining two things I love, spooky season and creative competition shows. I'm doing an awesome jack-o'-lantern inspired by the show Outrageous Pumpkins. This makeup is in partnership with Discovery Plus, and for today's look, I'm doing something really special. I haven't seen anyone else do it, which is I'm making the jack-o'-lantern glow from the inside using UV paints. I'm also going to be using my signature cardstock prosthetics. So for this first part of the makeup, I'm applying a bald cap, and that entails putting my hair back and then gluing it all along the sides of my face. I actually bring it down over my eyebrows because it also acts as an eyebrow cover. There's always a possibility it's gonna rip when I put it on, so we'll see if I can do it in the first take. I usually call this phase of things my ugly baby phase, because that's what I feel like when I put on this bald cap. So next I'm applying glue to my skin and also to parts of the bald cap, and then I have to wait for it to get a little bit tacky before I can actually place the bald cap on my face. This is a vinyl bald cap rather than a latex bald cap, so that means you can use acetone to dissolve the edges of a latex bald cap, and it's not as thick, it's a little more easy to work with. This makeup is inspired by the show Outrageous Pumpkins on Food Network, and I absolutely love it, and it reminded me of my own creative competition show experience doing makeup. I've definitely done some pumpkin carving, but nothing like what they've done. It's out of this world. So I'm using cardstock paper as my signature prosthetic, and I'm going to block out the shape of the pumpkin and then cut that out and glue it to my face using prosthetic glue. And then I'll paint it as if it's just an extension of my face. So just like you would with pencil, I sketch out what I want to do first. I apply glue to both the piece of paper and to my face and let both sides get a little bit tacky before sticking it together so that it stays. Another interesting thing is I'm painting on 3 different textures. I have my skin, the vinyl, and the paper. It's all about balancing the transparency of each thing, which sections need a lighter color, which sections need a darker color. You'll notice I've put the eyes above my eyes and the mouth above my mouth, and the reason for that is if it was centered on both, you would see the line of my eyes and you would see the line of my mouth through it. So by placing them in different areas, it's actually easier to disguise your own features. And every look I approach with, where am I going to place the face in relation to my own face? As much as I love for things to be spooky and scary, I also do love wholesome Halloween and like more family-friendly Halloween, and that's something else I loved about Outrageous Pumpkins. It really gives me all the feelings I need for spooky season, but is still like so incredibly wholesome. And sometimes I really enjoy doing makeups that way too. It just makes me feel happy. As you can see, I'm already starting to look like a pumpkin. However, I'm going to be adding dimension using my airbrush and my paints to really bring this to life. I'm mixing some paints so that I can get like a lighter orange. I do like pumpkin carving quite a lot, and I think it's something I'll do no matter how old I get. The texture of a pumpkin, it's kind of a difficult texture to explain. There's the ridges on a pumpkin, but also it has this hard kind of waxy exterior, so a lot of interesting ways in which they catch light. I over-define those ridges so that the eye is drawn more to the dimension of the pumpkin rather than my face, to really try to blend the cardstock to my face. As you can see, I'm adding these 3D cutouts to the mouth. I'm just going to continue to add dimension to the eyes, to the stem, to different areas where you see the folds, and I already think that the cardstock is nearly entirely blended into my face. I'm going to be using blacklight paint to make the eyes, nose, and mouth glow, because if you watch Outrageous Pumpkins, you would see that when you carve a pumpkin, the whole effect is brought to life by it glowing. They're done. Thank you so much for watching. For more outrageous pumpkins, go check out Ghosttober on Discovery Plus.